Today we are going to learn extraction of iron from its oxide, means iron oxide. Now iron oxide can be FeO or Fe2O3 or Fe3O4. Three types of iron oxide can be there in ore: FeO, Fe2O3 and Fe3O4. Now how to get pure iron from that oxide, that we are going to learn today. So first point is there, to get iron from iron oxide we have to reduce iron oxide. That is done in blast furnace. Example is there, FeO plus carbon gives Fe plus carbon monoxide. Now for this process we have learned the thermodynamics statements, that FeO gives Fe plus 1/2 O2. For this reaction Gibbs free energy delta G is equal to plus 40 joules. And for second process, carbon plus 1/2 O2 gives carbon monoxide. For this process the Gibbs free energy is minus 100 joules. Now if we combine these both reactions, the final reaction will be FeO plus carbon gives Fe plus carbon monoxide. For that reaction the delta G will be minus 60, means negative here. So final reaction is feasible here. Now here's Ellingham diagram for the process. Here you can see this line, upward line, that shows the process Fe plus 1/2 O2 gives FeO, means it is oxidation of ferrous. Again it is oxidation of ferrous. The downward line, this line, that shows process carbon plus 1/2 O2 gives carbon monoxide, that is oxidation of carbon monoxide. Now here you can see oxidation of ferrous, that shows upward line, and from that line we can say that with rise in temperature Gibbs free energy delta G increases. Again with rise in temperature delta G increases, and here the process is opposite of smelting. Again this is oxidation process and we are going to perform a reduction process. So for the reduction process we can change the sentence. We can say that with rise in temperature Gibbs free energy will decrease here if we choose carbon as catalyst, as reducing agent. Again what I want to say, that for reverse process, first for reduction of FeO to Fe, for this process the delta G will be negative, will be decreasing with rise in temperature if we choose carbon as reducing agent. But at what temperature that is possible? So for getting the temperature you have to check this point. You can see these both lines are crossing here. This is the crossing point. At temperature it is shown here 1073 Kelvin temperature, around 1000 Kelvin temperature. So above that temperature, means in this area, above that temperature the reaction is feasible reaction with carbon as reducing agent. The reaction is feasible, but below that temperature, in this area in this area, the reaction is not feasible. Okay, so here I have written that only. You can see in upper Allingham diagram, you can see that line of Fe to FeO is upward direction, line of carbon to carbon monoxide is downward direction. Both lines are crossing each at 1073 Kelvin. That indicates that above 1073 Kelvin temperature, it is feasible reaction for the reduction of FeO to Fe using carbon as catalyst or reducing agent. Now, reduction of Fe3 and Fe2O4, other two oxides, is also possible at relatively lower temperature. Relatively lower temperature means lower than 1073 Kelvin temperature. But here we can use carbon monoxide as reducing agent, as catalyst. Catalyst is changed here. We can use carbon monoxide as reducing agent. Now, here a blast furnace is there. Now, this is the structure of blast furnace. In that, we are blowing hot air from the bottom of the blast furnace. Here you can see hot air is written. So we are blowing hot air from here, and here you can see ore, limestone and coke. Coke means carbon here. Again, ore, limestone and coke, we are inserting that three material from the upper part of blast furnace. Now what will happen here? Here, first of all, this coke will come here with hot air, and it will react with hot air to form carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide, and that reaction will be exothermic reaction. Again, coke will come here at the bottom, and it will react with hot air, and that reaction will be exothermic reaction. So at the bottom of the blast furnace, temperature will be very high. You can see here 2170 Kelvin temperature is there. Now what will happen? This carbon dioxide, formed carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide will go in upward direction, and while going in upward direction, the temperature will fall down. Temperature will be decreased here in upward direction. You can see here in figure, blast furnace is shown. As shown in the figure, hot air is blown from the bottom at the bottom. Coke is burned to produce heat up to 2200 Kelvin temperature. The reaction is there, carbon plus oxygen gives carbon monoxide plus heat. Now this heat and carbon monoxide moves to upward part of the furnace. In upper part of the furnace, temperature is lower, and here Fe2O3 and Fe3O4 are reduced to FeO. Here you can see the reaction is there. Fe2O4 or O3 plus carbon monoxide gives Fe3O4 plus carbon dioxide. Further, this formed oxide Fe3O4 will react with another molecule of carbon monoxide to give ferrous plus carbon dioxide. And another reaction is there. Fe2O3 plus carbon monoxide will give FeO plus carbon dioxide. Now this reaction is occurring at the upper part of the blast furnace. Here at upper part of the furnace at lower temperature, almost 900 Kelvin temperature. These three reactions are occurring at almost 900 Kelvin temperature. But between these two parts, on the upper part here and at the lower part, between these two, a range is there. You can see this range, 1070 Kelvin temperature. At this part, what will happen here? At that part, FeO will convert into Fe plus carbon monoxide. This reaction will take place. So total three portion will be there. First, lower portion. In the lower portion of blast furnace, carbon will convert into carbon monoxide or carbon dioxide, and that reaction would be exothermic reaction. On the upper part, on the top of blast furnace, Fe2O3 and Fe3O4, that two oxide will react to form Fe or Fe or Fe2 FeO. Now here limestone is used. Now what is the need of that limestone? So limestone is used for maintaining the temperature. Temperature will be high for long time. For that we are inserting the limestone there, and this limestone will be removed in form of slag. Wrought iron or malleable iron is the purest form of iron. This we can produce using reverberatory furnace. Wrought iron or malleable iron we can produce using reverberatory furnace. In that, this reaction will take place. Fe2O3 plus carbon gives Fe plus carbon monoxide. Now Fe2O3, that is hematite. So we are using hematite as starting material in reverberatory furnace. Again, we are using hematite as starting material in reverberatory furnace. Here also limestone is there, and it is used as flux. Flux means similarly to the previous one, it maintains the temperature. And also here some sulfur, silicon and phosphorus are added, and that will convert into slag in the end of the reaction. So we can easily remove that. Okay, so this is the blast furnace to reduce ferrous oxides, iron oxides. So we can get iron from iron oxides. Okay, thank you.